Hey there, and welcome to Kirti Speaks Out Loud. Today we are talking about an incredibly intriguing story from the business world. We'll focus on three key takeaways that you don't want to miss: tires, restaurants, and marketing mastery. Sounds like an odd combo, right? But trust me, because this tale will surprise you. Did you know that Michelin, the tire company, also happens to be the world's top food critic? But how did a tire company become such a big name in the culinary world? Let's start with the beginning. Back in the 1800s, the Michelin brothers, André and Edouard Michelin, they were trying to save their family's struggling business. They spotted an opportunity in the booming automobile industry and began producing vulcanized rubber tires. But their true breakthrough came with the invention of the world's first detachable pneumatic tire in 1889. This tire didn't need to be glued to the wheel rim, making it easier and quicker to replace, something that would revolutionize the industry. Now, imagine that you have invented something really cool. You don't want to just sell it. In fact, you want people to use it as much as they can, right? That's where the Michelin brothers' amazing marketing strategy came in. So, how do they increase the sales of tires? There are two ways. Number one, you sell the tires when a new car is bought. Two, you tap into the replacement market. Tires that wear out and need replacing. So the second way depends heavily on usage. The more people drive, the more their tires will wear out and they're more likely to buy replacements for the same. So the Michelin brothers knew that to grow their business, they needed to grow their market. Get more people driving and driving more often. So how did Michelin get people to drive more? In 1900, they launched the Michelin Guide. The Michelin Guide wasn't just a manual, it was a travel companion packed with all the essential information for the drivers: where to find mechanics, fuel stations, and most importantly, where to eat and stay during the travel. So it encouraged people to explore, take more road trips, and of course, use their tires. The more tires they'd wear out, the more tires they'd sell. But then, why did Michelin start rating restaurants in the first place? So by the 1920s, the automobile market had already matured and people didn't need as much guidance on automobile maintenance, car maintenance and stuff like that. But they loved the restaurant recommendations. So the Michelin brothers doubled down, hiring food critics and inspectors to anonymously review the restaurants. This led to the creation of the Michelin star system, an award that quickly became the gold standard in the culinary industry. 1 star meant high quality cooking, worth a stop. 2 stars meant excellent cooking, worth a detour. And 3 stars? Well, that meant exceptional cuisine, worth a special journey. These stars weren't just awards, they were a mark of excellence that could make or break a restaurant. So the question is, why do Michelin stars hold so much power? Michelin stars have the power to change a restaurant's fortune overnight. Earning a star can flood a restaurant with customers, while losing one can be devastating. This rating system became so influential that even celebrity chefs like Gordon Ramsay were brought to tears when their restaurants lost stars.
But what happens? I mean, you've lost some also
Yeah,
through the years.
I started crying when I lost my stars.
You start crying.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very emotional thing for any chef. You know, it's like losing a girlfriend. You want her back.
That's how much these stars mean. Over the years, Michelin has adapted its guide to be more inclusive. They introduced the Bib Gourmand category to recognize high-quality, affordable dining options. For example, in places like Singapore, you can now find Michelin-rated meals for just a few dollars. This move showed that great food doesn't have to come with a high price tag, something that's made Michelin relevant to a wider audience. The guide's quality was so exceptional that during World War II, Allied soldiers were given Michelin guides because they had the best maps of France. It's a testament to how seriously Michelin took this initiative. What began as a marketing tool became a cultural icon. So, what can we learn from this incredible story? Here are three key takeaways. Number one, create your own opportunity. Just like Michelin got more people driving to sell more tires, think about how you can create demand for what you offer. Number two, adapt and evolve. Michelin didn't just stick to tires. They found a new way to stay relevant by branching out to the culinary world. Finally, quality speaks volumes. Michelin's focus on quality made them a trusted name worldwide. Whatever you're working on, never underestimate the power of doing it well. It can make all the difference. Who knew a tire company could teach us so much about innovation? Remember, it's not just about where you start, but where you are willing to go. Until then, keep laughing, keep learning, and remember, you've got this.